Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Welcome to my channel. My name's Kim. This is 5 Mirror Tarot. Are you ready to start your day? I hope you are. Well now. Y'all just take what resonates and you leave the rest. We're going to get into it, all of it. And I thank you. They told me to jump right in. I thank you for clicking on this video. This will be a channeled message for you and for your highest good. So let's release also the karma for the higher good of the entire collective consciousness. We're tapping in. This includes your sticky, wicked, toxic people. I trust that this message has found you at the perfect time. And I really appreciate you. I welcome you in. I thank you so very much for being in this moment. You come in here and show me a kindness. And as always, collective, I love you so, so much. And I am so very proud of you. Now then, I know, isn't it pretty? I love this. It's family unity, family harmony. This is the tarot and the fairy oracles. Let's see now. The soul voice, your curiosity, used to attract light without end. Trust what your soul craves. Now you are filled to the brim with compassion. In dealing with so much toxicity, I know the closer we get to Thanksgiving, they're going to go kick off their toxic season. You recognize the suffering the bullying is causing. Some of you, this is at work, it's someone you care about's going through something. But recognition of the imbalances piques your curiosity. And it does have a lovely side effect for you. Kickstart soul's development with confidence. Curiosity really takes you places. Places that you want. Okay? You want to go there. So let those snaky snakes, those squirrely people, they're trying to hold you back. I've been telling you. Stay away, or better yet, keep away from your harsh relationships, bullies, butt nuts. Because they're all going to try, no matter how hard you try, they're going to try and stop you from expressing your truth and setting boundaries with them so that they can't manipulate you. They don't want that. They want to manipulate you. So they keep harassing you and they keep hollering at you and others, and this has to stop. Okay, now let me get this out of its constraints here. It's restraints. I'm sorry. You're letting all of this coming together. Nothing being forced. Oh, this says you're really taking good care of yourself. I'm so proud of you. And here's you mean what? This connection you have with yourself, with your higher self. That's what we talked about yesterday in yesterday's video and the one the day before that. Go and look at my playlist. This is you being able to manage emotionally, mentally, and physically. Everything is pH balanced. You did that. The Empress card. Let me think. All I can show is her big pregnant belly. Got it? But still. Harmony and peace and family harmony, north and south and east and west. The earth coming into balance. We come into balance just in time for the holidays. But I'm seeing a very nasty feminine energy. Oh my God. Should every tool in that, the narcissists have this Batman utility belt thing going to see which combination of all of their tools, one of their tools, all of the tools, a few of the tools, create some new tools. They are tools. But this was a feminine, and she was particularly, ooh, it was infuriating. She kept busting into your reading this morning between 3 and 4 in the morning when I do my meditation. It was pissing me off. She kept poking in there, man. That's the, I have to look at the dark underbelly anyway, like I wasn't going to see her there. But she really wanted to get that extra attention, I suppose. Perhaps she wanted to learn a lesson. Ooh, leave that one alone. Now then, we tapped into the Frau this morning. It was the challenge. The challenge. Self-criticism is obstructing you. Stop it. Self-criticism is bad. Self-love practice is good. You're looking at the big picture plans, the big picture. So you got plans for seeing the long game. So this is your healing journey, and this is a boon for you to enjoy. You're supposed to be enjoying it. Do not kill the joy. Savor that joy in the moment. We talked about this yesterday. Look at yesterday's video. Look at it again. Allow for this gift of self-healing. Allow it. Are you too self-critical to attempt this self-love challenge? Step up and do it. You know, you want to do whatever is being asked of you. Never let self-criticism get in the way. Don't give in to a critical voice in your own head. Don't you get trapped there in your own head. That nags, or it says that you aren't good enough on so many levels. Don't you listen. It's going to attempt to try to sway you from doing your self-love practices. No, that's how you used to do things before. That's a comfort zone. Get out of it. Do what isn't comfortable. Your curiosity really takes you places that you want. To do things that you want. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I choked on my own spit. It happens. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, collective. Now then. Well, I hope that you're doing well on this misty, moisty morning, right? When cloudy was the weather. I met with an old man clothed all in leather. He was clothed all in leather with a cap beneath his chin, singing, how'd you do, and how'd you do, and how'd you do again. I hope you're having a merry morning. But before I do begin, because we're going to get it and right into it and get right into all of it. And again, I thank you for clicking on this video. But before I do, I want you to support the channel or just say thanks. Now is an absolutely great time. You can hit that like button. You can subscribe to the channel. Share this video on your socials. Or drop a comment with your thoughts. Any of that helps the channel big time. Consider doing all of that before we really move on. There you go. I thank you for that. All right. Well, we're back. Oh, you could at least have clicked the light and all that time in that pregnant pause venturing. From the land of enchantment, you are venturing. You are venturing into Don't Give a Flying Fig television. It's live out here in the Southwest. In Kirky. In Kirky. Yep. Live out here in the Southwest. If you're joining me today, there is a reason for seeing this message, and you and I, well, if you know it or not, I have been on this journey with you all along. We've been aligned with each other from the beginning. Yeah, because I came here the very last week, I think, of June. I haven't been here very long. I'm a young channel. You have the power to embody your authenticity here. You are safe here. You have a place to belong here. And you can support yourself through all the narcissistic and toxicity and adversity that you have to deal with in your neck of the woods on all levels, because you have the power to project grace and calm. It's what we do here. You come in here when setting boundaries with toxicity and buttness and, well, actually solving problems. That's for your benefit. What now? Tarot is a self-help tool used on my channel. It enhances your self-awareness. It can build your emotional resilience. And tarot can help you to set boundaries with your squirrely people. Now, the content shared here is based on publicly available information. It's researched. The tarot and the fairy oracle reading is for your enjoyment. And the PSAs are just fun. We have a hoot doing those, just to encourage thoughtful discussion and to provide awareness about narcissism and how on my channel bullying stops here. Now, here's my disclaimer, because this video is created for informational and educational purposes, only under the principles of fair use, and the goal of this channel is to discuss and analyze and document using true public service announcements along with the tarot, along with both fairy oracles, the tarot and the fairy oracles. Oh yes, daily, without missing a beat, for entertainment purposes, to document these tarot-enhanced channeled messages that we do here on my channel, 5 Mirror Mirror Tarot, every day, with accuracy and sensitivity and respect. Viewer discretion is advised, as the fairy tales I discuss at the end, well, these are topics that once we're discussing, it could be sensitive or disturbing as hell to some audiences, and that would be your munchkins, your real children. We hear fairy tales. Why are the adults listening to fairy tales and they won't let us in the room? That's right. All individuals mentioned in this video, real or imagined, alive or deceased, in all dimensions known and unknown, are treated with respect and with utmost dignity. And no disrespect is intended towards bullies or narcissists in these fairy tale depictions, or anyone alive, past, present, or future, or deceased, is purely coincidental or focused on during this beautiful reading. And I tell jokes and political commentary, which is why my readings are an open read with many subjects, many topics, many blessings. There's just so much stuff. I have to declare it's an open read with many subjects. Permission is not granted to link or to repost this video. This video is for educational and spiritual entertainment value and purposes only. Ta-da! And this video doesn't refer to any specific person and should not refer to any specific person, living or deceased, and this in all dimensions known and unknown, fictional or non-fictional, And nope, no, nope, nope, will not refer to any specific person as having NPD or narcissistic traits, especially to support an allegation that the maker of this video believe or support a claim that a person is literally a narcissist or a bully or a butt nut or a jerk face or a douche. Lord and Lady Douchebag. Something in a name. That was one of the first Saturday Night Live. Gilda Radner and Garrett Morris was announcing all of them. The Earl of Sandwich, the Earl of Sandwich invented the sandwich, right? And so the next one up is standing to be the Lord and Lady Douchebag. We all did spit takes. We were not expecting that in our living rooms. When would that be? 1978? 79? Saturday Night Live? Google it. This Tarot and Fairy Oracle reading is for fun. It's not for fortune telling or predictions of your narcissist or bully's next move. Real or imagined narcissist or bully? That's for entertainment purposes. It was a joke. But I do tap into some pretty dank, dark, freaking energies so that I can warn you. You can use your discernment and your intuition, because I do not live with your with your grumble duke. I've got my own grumble duke I live with. This transformation is your confirmation during this reading. This reading is your confirmation. For our soul family, I feel this love connection is going to be so strong. It is tenacious. These are timeless readings. No matter when you or a loved one that's being bullied click on, that you share my videos with, that they click on and view the entire video. Then they subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Ew, ew, ew. Who gave what to who? The person has his karma for sharing cooties. It could be like a cold. Or a real nasty. There's a bad flu going around. Ew, I'd stay away from them for that reason before Thanksgiving if they're going to give you cooties. Just by, I don't know, some people don't. They have a cold, they don't stay home. They go out and give it away. They spread it. That could be their evil plan, is that they couldn't get you any other way. They catch a cold, they're going to give you the day. At least you're going to be miserable. Oh, I couldn't stand that. Your nose is all stuffy. You go to sleep and one side's clogged up. Then you roll over, now that side's clogged up. So you roll back on, now it's clogged back up. They'll stoop to anything. Anything. Curiosity yours really takes you places. Go do that. You won't let these snaky snakes hold you back from expressing your truth now, or giving you sniffles, or worse, Buster the body crab. I keep telling you, there's another reason they want to get in your britches, you two. Your exes. Yeah, they got something. Yeah, and they want to give it to you so that they can say that you, see, that's a, say you're the narcissist. You're the evil one. You gave it to them, not the other way around. Because, see, it's more shocking to everyone to hear that. No, that's not collective. That's you. We know you. You're toxic. And you're a slut. Collective isn't a slut, but you are. So they keep harassing you. They keep hollering at you and others. This has to stop. You get a miracle healing. Because you leave them alone. Too much negativity thrown your way, designed to make healing journey longer. They're doing this to trip you up. You want justice, then stay away. Life flows through you more freely if you will do what I'm telling you. Got you rolling on the floor laughing. That's more like it. You live a successful one, your life. You have a remarkable career. You're delightful the way you are, way you conduct yourself. To be with you, I have to do the work. No, I won't do it. See, that's your snaky snake. That's how they've always been. You have versatility and good reasoning powers. Use them. Stay away from your butt nut. Toxic one uses pure performance art to get pity. Stay away from them. Gumby high on bath salts, hissy fit level, trying to get under your skin. No, not today, Satan. Feck off, Satan. Because right now your prayers are being answered. Go do that. Please go do that. Can we get back to you? Never. Toxic excuses. Can we get back to you with that? Oh, half past never. Burn. Precocity, impulsiveness, and an affectionate nature. That's you and someone who's not toxic over there who wants to go do interesting things with you, collective. There's the two of you doing interesting things together to fortify your libido, to fortify your body, to release your soul from sadness. I know. To bring to your aura a glow. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, know what I mean? Inside and inner peace for you. And maybe you have another person to share that with. Somebody ghosted you and they're in regret for their poor choices. Yeah, but that was 3 years ago and you moved on and they can't stand it. Look at the way that woman went off the rails. That's what I'm telling you. Toxic. Ooh, she's a meanie, a mean, screaming meanie. Turn into a maniac. He or she now. There's no gender intro. Turn into a maniac. A maniac, I say. Did you hear the part about they're going to be a maniac? I say they're going to be a maniac. Oh, life, immortality, being reborn, a boost in your love life. I faced the time waster vibe to push away toxicity. Either get on board or get out of my energy. Torments of the mind, greed, and hatred, delusion are the result of ignorance and the cause of conflict. I told you that's what they wanted. Oh, Two of Diamonds. Mental instability, physically restrained. Crudely, they incite fear by bullying the innocent earth angel who only wants inner peace. Well, if the earth angel goes way over there where their lazy little butt kiss can't make the journey to go after you, well, Borneo, powerful love to attract a specific person. Ooh, your aura cleanses to intensify all levels, reinforce on all levels your body's energy field, to cleanse your 144 light bodies. This is for entertainment purposes, psychic powers. Love yourself enough to say no to these butt nuts. You need to make a choice, romantically or otherwise. Do it. Bad, distorted energy, restricted, small-minded tactics fail miserably for them as they can't get anything to land. Now, I started this journey because I feel for you. I saw this morning between 3 and 4 in the morning. I felt this so intensely. I started the same journey, collective. Educated myself on YouTube. I find out what techniques were commonly used by a narcissist and a bully. And that's when I discovered the wonderful ways of using the value of gray rock, value of observe, don't absorb. Then I adapted the proverb, silence is golden. And that lent enough structure for me and self-discipline for me to get used to the idea of sternly setting boundaries. And now I will maintain those boundaries because it works. And now I'll teach you how to do the same thing. Now, those truly of the light will hear the calling and take action today. I see 3 of clubs, happiness and love, blessings of balance to balance out your psyche, and to relieve sadness of your spirit from disappointment or grief. I'm sorry. Spiritual restorative. This vibration is calming to lift the weight that feels an oppression. Arabian Nights to make life easier, to heighten sexual or romantic levels or frequencies, to be way more productive, satisfying in the connection. Butterfly transition to make life easier. It's a vibration for increase to bring about life's little pleasures. Everything rests in your place. You overcome it. Your intuition is very loud and will let you know how and when to move forward. Rainbow bright light. Rainbow bright light. No need to keep on being endlessly brave in the face of aggravation with your butt nuts here. Look inside yourself. You are a charmer. And you are lucky as hell. You are charmed. Mostly, though, in your spiritual life. Now, this bitch I'm talking about, this negative, narcissistic, she got caught, and she's putting on a high school drama class production of Pity Me. Ooh, what a disgusting person. Success and wealth for you after innumerable difficulties with her, too. You get peace of mind, and that allows for inner peace, and that's preserved. Spiritual ecstasy. Tears of joy. That's from laughter. Laughing so hard you cry. We only get what we give. And it's been past time for their influence on you, you're toxic, for their influence to disappear. Hell in a handbasket, they're going. All signs to bring favorite influences. Okay, I'm going to hydrate now. Oh, let me get over there. I have no idea. Okay, now. Don't you knock me over. I've got vertigo. Now. We do got the fairy in here. Kick up your heels. The devil reversed. Oh, hold on. This is so wrong. He's got that dang heater on. I can't stand it. I hope you can't hear this, but phew, I'll pass out from... I'm married to a lizard. He's reptilian, yeah. Kick up your heels. Kick up your heels. The fairy. The virtue fairy. Kick up your heels. And you got the Page of Cups reversed. They're being a childish little and you walking away from it because you see that they're not going to change with that devil reverse. They're just not going to, they're stubborn. And that you're going and doing what you need to go and do. Well, you're the epitome of compassion, so they kind of blew it. Are you doing well today? In dealing with so much toxicity, you recognize the suffering the bullying is causing, not just to you, but to others. In recognition of these imbalances, it piques your curiosity. And what crosses it? It's only 4 cards. We're just going to do it this way. Stand your ground. I don't care if this is at work or at play. You send love to your inner divine feminine in your own skin. We exalt, we celebrate the divine feminine right now. You lift up your inner divine feminine. I don't care what your gender is. And you do this in the joy of the moment. The joy of the moment. And 4 cups as you counting your blessings. Queen of Pentacles all together, Francine. Knight of Swords, them going over a cliff. You manifesting like no tomorrow. Your ship's coming in and you walking over to the horizon to celebrate. Okay. Hold on. No, I love these. I know it's to kick your heels up. Get the children out of the room. Oh, it is time for a little rumpy pumpy. We'll talk about rumpy pumpy kicking up those heels. You do not have rumpy pumpy with your grumbled Duke, miss. You have a perfectly wonderful person to be kicking your heels up with. To the chagrin of your slut of an ex, miss. Yeah, because you be counting your blessings and that person be counting their blessings with you because you get it on and you have a fine time. Da-da-dum, da-da-dum, get it on, da-da-dum. You holding everything together is pretty sweet. Sweet. Their karma is to watch you getting all of this sweetness as they push themselves to the limit. Take it to the limit one more time. Only their energies are quick, quick, quick. Quick, quick, quick. Jock as pitch. Stinky, stinky, stinky fear. Obsessing on you. Oh my God, they're obsessing on you. It's ridiculous. And you, though, take the same energy. It comes from the same source, but you take that energy and you start manifesting like nobody's business. The full combination. And then, hold on. They're all stuck together. Why does it do this? Must be the humidifier. Maybe I've got the humidifiers on too high. They're lizards. If I don't have moisture with the heat on, I'll turn into like a little pile of powder. Let's see. Yep. You know that's the direction you're supposed to be going into. That's what crosses your situation. Ow. Okay. Excusez-moi. 1, 2, 3, what? Basis? Is it the basis? Oh, okay. Ooh, these are pretty. Ooh, the basis. Okay. I do as I'm told. Curiosity takes you places. In the past, you weren't. You were like, well, your curiosity takes you to places where you're able to crack this stuff open. Now wasn't in its right time to be doing it. It's still settling in, but you're about that close to closing it to being complete. You won't let snaky snakes hold you back. from expressing your truth. And your love is cherished. You're the Queen of Cups. Just accept this gift that love is cherished, especially yours. Embrace more and more joy in the moment. And then we got Knight of Pentacles, them trying to take action in a new way to upset your apple cart. But you use your inner power. Oh no. You use your inner power to knock them off their square, but see, you don't do it deliberately. It's you repelling them. You're just doing you. You knock them off your square because they were told by the divine to leave you the feck alone, and they won't listen. They won't listen. So all the things they have lined up fall to the earth. Thud. Like Wile E. Coyote. When he gets so excited to get those Acme packages to try and catch himself up. Meet. And that roadrunner outsmarted him every time. You're the roadrunner. Meet. Yeah, this is Wile E. Coyote territory. They're just trying a little too hard. But I just warned you in the very beginning, keep your inner power because they could take you out with just by sneezing on you, wiping boogers on you. You think I'm kidding? That's another way to give people cooties, communicably. Chew by sneezing on them, or I don't know, spit in your cocoa just to be mean. You know a bully will spit in your food, right? That's for entertainment purposes because this is still a feckin' tarot card reading and that was a joke. Well, you messed up my order. Basis over the next 2 weeks. Like I don't have it memorized. It's going to fall again and then I'm screwed. There we go. Over the next 2 weeks. What's going to play out for you over the next 2 weeks? Now that's going to include, ooh, these are nice. I like this energy down here. Ooh, these are, no. We have to be fair. Ooh, but this is stronger than okay. Okay, we're going to do this. Which one's going to beat it out? Which one? Ooh. You find new ways to deliberately hold more playfulness in your life right about now. Kind of like nowish. Tired of taking life so damn seriously all the damn time. You're sick of it. No more. No more of this crapola. Why? Why, oh why? 7 of Pentacles. Everything you've invested in your snake, a squirrely people, you have not gotten anything in return. So what you're doing is you've got this one pentacle that's yours, that's solid, that's actually that little one's going to bear fruit for you. It has nothing to do with them. It's part of the reason why it's going to work so well for you. Is because they make it their life's purpose to undo you so that you can't be successful. They can steal your light, force you to make yourself small so that they're comfortable. Screw them. You're not making yourself small. Just because your light irritates them doesn't give them the right to scream and yell at you and belittle you so that you make yourself small so that they're comfortable. Screw them. This is your beauty. They are destroying your beauty energetically by making you do that to yourself. Quit it. Then, if you do what I'm telling you, don't you be small, you shine. The magic of your true nature. If it irritates their demons, feck 'em. You're the emperor when you shine. And that opens up so much for you to do for your own sake. Makes you feel really good. And on top of that, in the Emperor's, whoops, I don't care what your gender is. You are the Emperor in the King of Cups, very, very in line with your emotions. Expressing what your needs are, understanding what other people's needs are, and negotiating that to celebrate, to build that together in your own skin. Go do that. Leave the toxic to their karma. You're given the go-ahead to walk away from them, even if you live in the same, they're your parents, or you're married to one, or it's a sibling, or it's your roommate, or business partner. You have the go-ahead to do you. They don't give you a fair exchange of energy, then they're not entitled to keep doing shit to you. Pardon my French. And here you are also as the King of Pentacles and your Emperor. Negotiating your needs, other people's needs being met. King of Pentacles holding it all together emotionally. Fulfilling emotional needs and emotional wealth for what it is that you're building. You're putting the finishing touches on, and look at you shine. Look at all that radiance. Oh my goodness. Hold on now. Trying to pull me off the ladder. Yeah. What crowns collective? No, I like this one. I could feel that one. Playfulness is a joy in the moment. Playfulness is a spiritual power. Laughter lends a way for you to be led back into more light. Laughter is light. To be light-hearted, laugh. 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 Laughter is a miracle healing, especially if you've been grieving. I mean, like a loss of a real person or something, that meant something a lot to you. Or a part of yourself that you're grieving the loss of. You're reborn in new ways. There's that curiosity. What would that be? To reconnect with yourself in ways that are titillating, exciting. Things that you refuse to being too serious and you tear it out, you wouldn't tear out being too damn serious. So you're able to laugh. You're able to laugh. Pry open that sacral chakra. Laughing is sensual. And it puts you pre-emperor, pre-empress, leveling up state. You're already an emperor and empress. Some of you are both. In your own skin. You get to crack up laughing. Levity is called for. Loosen your squirrely people's death-like grip on you. Because they're stopping you on what you're trying to manifest. Shake them off so that they're interfering with your manifestation skills, because they can. You want to manifest, culminate what it is that you desire. It's your life. What's in the place of hope? Ooh, these are pretty. Hope. What's in the place of hope in the environment? Hope, 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 hope. Ooh. They're putting their mind to be in a shit head. All their energy to you, for Pentacles. Can't figure out how to do it, though, because you keep outsmarting them, because you keep getting justice. There's the justice card. Then you got fairy card. Fairy card. Five of Swords. They're scratching their head as to why isn't all of this working on collective? Because you are protecting yourself, your heart, and not allowing them to trick you into sabotaging yourself, and then they win. You bring an end to this cycle, and you have a rebirth, and you open up another portal. Your inner child is the gorgeous, much needed inner guidance system for you. You don't have to suffer your way to what it is that you want for your life or what it is that you want most in it. I know. Their utility belt, they've done everything they know to do, and they're getting ready to crash and burn because you're not falling for it. They're desperate. That's what this is. You're protected, though, and from the divine, and you're getting justice in ways you never got. You got it before, but not like this, where the problem is resolved. It's permanently resolved. Permanence. Change. They're not going to like it. Their environment changes. They either have to move or they go to jail. That means no freedom. Or if they're in their house, the ankle bracelet thing, no freedom. They know that what I just said's coming. How is that still house arrest? Do they still do that? You're protecting. See, you're protecting. That's part of you. You're protecting your most authentic self and growing it in spite of these demon-possessed gits. And you won't let them trick you like they've done in the past or in the future or in the here and now. You're not going to let them manipulate you into sabotaging yourself so that they get supply off of you, narcissistic supply or some benefit off of doing these horrible things to you. And you bring this to an end and expanding your horizons. You open the portal and you jump through it. Now the next one's going to be 12/12 for December. Oh, I'm going to try, but there's not much in here. And back to my room temperature water. Room temperature. And what do those around collective think of collective? Oh, no, I know that was, this one. Oh, I knew it. Yeah, you got to decide. 2 of Wands. Page of Swords. 2 of Pentacles. Ooh. Deciding on what to do with a project that's balancing out all the way across. The moon intuitively come together where some butt nuts at work try to jam it up and can't, because then comes the Ace of Pentacles. It pushes through whatever this project is. Leads to more contracts at work. Those around you see you becoming your soul. I'm so proud of you if other people can see it too. It's not just me. You are becoming your soul. You're becoming your soul, your most authentic self. You need to be what you are becoming, thus to receive selfless soul work can too be paved with joy, with divine play, and we do that every day right here on 5 Mirror Metro. Yes, that's what I said. Some of you go to a new location. Now, you could be sitting in the same cubicle, but it's all your mindset, and the things around you change at work. It's just blissful. And then you get to decide what you're going to do next, because you've got to, some of you get to travel, your job, your ideas taken off, and then they're worked on in the ether and then brought down to the earth, grounded, balanced, and centered, so that they can be actualized, be made concrete, balanced through your intuition and skill sets, strong communication on all levels. Then they're going to try and jam it up, and they can't. Someone at work tries to Oh no. Because they feed off of the drama. And then it comes through. There's nothing they can do about it. It's a done deal. And then very swiftly everyone gets their reward for it. And you get more contracts, that's more projects, so you get to do it all over again. Oh, congratulations. Divine play, and with a sacred process of lightening the feck up, literally all along the way. You bring more playfulness into play into your life. You lighten up. Okay. Which one? This one. And this one. Now which one? Okay. Hold on. It's an end of your nightmare, whatever the hell's going on at work. You're vindicated. You're cleared. Your reputation, whatever. Someone tried to pull a fast one on some of you or your team. Or it was another vendor, another company, or an outside influence messing with you. And you took a risk and you straightened it. It gets straightened out because whoever did this, the universe is stepping in. You're the one, though, they come to collective. You have the communication skill set and the knowledge. Like it or lump it, you know what you're talking about and what you're doing. On this specific issue, maybe other things before you might have been wrong, but that's in the past. You know your business. You know what this issue is inside and out, and you can articulate it. They keep trying to flub you up and trying to articulate it to muddy the water. And you keep making it crystal clear until you finalize it. They're blown completely out, thrown completely out with the baby in the bathwater. You're self-reliant. You know what you're talking about. Turns out they're the ones that are going to be ratted out on. You're the ones that are not proficient in your job. How dare you go after collective? Look who's calling the kettle black. And whoever was doing this falls really hard. And that's to the satisfaction of everyone else. You don't like, kicking someone when they're down, but they sure did that to 3 of you and 2 other people involved in this. They were going for all the gusto, for the entertainment value. And all it did was they diminished themselves so that they could be out of a job. Or they don't get to work on this project's over. They're not going to be included on the other 3, the new 3 jobs. Nope. They get to push paper. They don't get bonuses. They don't get accolades. They don't get input. They don't get schnit. And then you go and make music together, the rest of you at work. I really feel this could be a family dynamic. Family business. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Where you really can't leave. It's a family business. You're all entrenched with each other. Yeah, that's what I mean. If it's family, like real family, they fight that hard and viciously because you can't go anywhere. You're all shareholders. You're all got something in the kitty at stake here. So they try to trap others in their mind to feel superior. And you and the others that have souls, you rise as the cream of the crop. You have credit. You are able to heal the situation because of what I said. You know what you're talking about. You know what you're doing. They don't. And see, it's proven here. It's proven that you know what you're doing. Yeah. And then you get the 10 of Pentacles that they tried to overturn, keep stuck. You finally get that, and then you get these other projects. And you created that. You decided that you were going to commanded for the universe that this was the outcome that you must have for your sake because you love yourself and know your worth. Sure enough, you did that and went inwards. And it made itself manifest how you needed it to. And it broke in your favor. I know. Let me try. There's like 2 drops of water in here. I forgot to get. I forgot. Oops. Oops-a-doo. Okay, now I'm going to tap in. This is going to fall. Here we go. I'm going to tap into the angelic realm. Holy Spirit, we're tapping into the angelic realm now. We already tapped into the fairies. Now we do your angels and ancestors. Holy Spirit, right there. Oh, I can feel that. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. See, this is what they wanted for you. They wished ill intent on you, and now they're getting whatever they wished on you. Evil shall slay the wicked. Whatever they wished on you goes back to them tenfold. And they that hate the righteous to do that to you in the first place when they've been told, leave my anointed alone, leave collective alone, and they just won't. They shall be desolate. And the Lord redeemeth the soul of his servants. That's us. Our soul family. It's you, collective, and you and me. And none of them that trust in the narcissist, that trust in God shall be desolate. I'm sorry. That's because we're earth angels. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, because to become an earth angel, boy, do you have to put up with an awful lot of crap. But the Lord delivereth the earth angel, delivereth him out of them all. He doesn't forget a single one of us. And the righteous cry because we go through so much crap in order to stay an earth angel still. And the Lord heareth, he does, and he delivereth them out of their troubles, because we have faith and trust in ourselves, because the Lord and the divine have a faith and trust in you. It's not a one-way street. They have faith and trust in you that you're going to do pretty much what you're told, because you're an earth angel. This is Kings 18:13. This is what I do between 3 and 4 in the blessed morning, because I love you. Haven't you heard, my Lord, what I did while Jezebel was illing the prophets of the Lord? I hid 100 of the prophets of Jehovah, that I hide of the prophets of Jehovah 100 men. The narrative is brought. The narrative is drought and rain. Yahweh sent for Elijah to bring about the crisis and then the solution to the conflict between the worship of 2 deities. Cross-reference 18:12 and 6. And it shall come up to pass, as soon as I am gone from thee, that the Spirit of the Lord shall carry. Instead of addressing the narcissist rationally, one divine chosen one, professional, created a stupid wedge issue. The phrase narcissistic abuse is avoiding the use of the of the phrase domestic violence. The story of Elijah is a comfort to us and an encouragement to surrender when we need to and ask for help. Yeah, a licensed professional bitched a blue streak where he felt the word narcissistic abuse muddled the water for domestic DV, because he said the term narcissistic abuse makes it so the narcissist perpetrator of the specific power and control tactics that they use to be held accountable with, that they get away with it for saying that they can't help themselves because they're a narcissistic perpetrator. So we look to God when facing adversity, and it works. The article said that the term narcissistic abuse even rationalized the NPT perpetrator's behavior because they are, quote, sick, end quote. This article went on to say that this is not only dangerous to the victim because there cannot be adequate focus for changing the abusive behavior that does escalate over time with the narcissistic personality disordered, where they become physical too, just like a DV abuser, a DV. Well, a DV has a true self, or a better understanding of it. This is my opinion. I'm speculating. This is for educational and entertainment purposes, though, because I'm making a joke. Well, the DV has a true self and can create self-esteem at will. The NPD does not have a true self. The weaponized false self they do have can never, no never, create a speck of self-esteem on its own. No, that's why I have to suck the life out of you. They must feed narcissistic supply to it, or it blows away like a box of farts. And they feel as if they're doomed as doomed can be. Now, since the Messiah is to come on the days of the Lord, and since Elijah is to come before that day, it follows Elijah and it must come first. There is the sound of the rushing rain. May your ears be blessed to hear it and respond when called, collective. You can never change a narcissist's behavior. To refresh the true self, it overlaps with sociopathy and psychopathy, personality disordered. That's a fact according to Samuel Vaknin, V-A-K-N-I-N. No way a narcissist will be allowed by his superego and judge of what it lets in or not. It won't let a therapist in, so it pretends to, but it chickens out or bails, according to Samuel Vaknin. The domestic veer won't collapse mentally if deprived of attention to feed that ego. The techniques I show you, or we talk about in the PSAs, work on a narcissist or a DVer. The narcissist will gaslight you into oblivion. The DVer never undergo a physical or mental change from being starved of attention. They won't have a narcissistic collapse. No, never. They'll just get pissed off. Narcissists pick an independent, confident, assertive you, healthy people, you, to force into codependency to ensure a steady supply to feed their false self. There's a miraculous outpouring on the horizon for you. That was the Three of Wands. May your eyes be blessed to see it. If you are in a season of drought, take heart. Now then. So, you think you know the story of Snow White. Well, it was in the middle of winter, and snowflakes were falling like down feathers. Now a kind queen sat, and she sewed her embroidery. She did cruel embroidery. And she looked out the window, and she pricked her finger. as she looked at the snow. And then she noticed that the red had stained the embroidery floss pulled through the needle, went from white to red. She thought the contrast of the white linen and the red droplets was so lovely on that white cloth. She thought to herself, if only I had a lovely child, whose skin is white as snow, and her lips are red as rose red, and her hair is black as ebony, with her cheeks, the apple of her cheeks mark the red, red apple, and she will be called Snow White. But the truth is far older, collective, and according to Carl Jung, much darker. And this character's fate was far too disturbing for a run-of-the-mill version of the fairy tale. Now, when that queen perished in childbirth, a year later the king took another wife, a very proud, overbearing bish, and that woman could not tolerate that anyone should surpass her in beauty. She possessed an eerie magic looking glass, and when she asked it, she would say, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of us all?" Then the glass answered, "Queen, gracious queen, glorious queen, 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 thou art fairest. We are all enthralled." Then she was content, for she was sure that the magic mirror spoke an altruistic truth. But now Snow White grew and grew and grew up and became more beautiful with each passing day. Now she far surpassed the queen's visage. So when the queen asked the looking glass, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest amongst us all?" the mirror chortled, "Bish! Queen, my queen, thou art fairest, here I hold." But Snow White leveled up and is fairer bold, and she's fairer than you by 1,000-fold. Now the queen was really, really pissed. She was mortified. She was horror-struck. She turned green with envy at first, and then yellow with jealousy. From that hour, whenever she saw Snow White, her cold heart sank. Ooh, she hated Snow White. The pride and envy in her heart grew like a tumbleweed, so she had no rest day or night. She called in a huntsman. "Take Snow White into the woods. I do not want to ever set eyes on her again. You must unalive her and bring me her vital organs as tokens." Now the main themes are beauty, jealousy and envy, vanity, and the dangers of evil stepmothers. Snow White is time-honored, strong, focuses in this story are a beautiful orphaned princess, Snow White, who's exiled by her vainglorious evil stepmother, the queen widow. She finds refuge with the 7 dwarves, but the cunning queen eventually tricks Snow White by compromising her life with a poison apple. Mystically diabolical, this object able to keep putting her into a death-like sleep. A prince's true love's kiss revives her, and they marry, while the wicked evil queen is punished. Drawing from original versions of fairy tales, not sanitized on 5 Mirror Tarot, reveals how the tales illustrate each stage of the alchemical work. Iterations required this morning for this channeled message to be achieved, and the answers using the tarot and the fairy oracles. Now an evil, vainglorious woman becomes obsessed with being the prettiest, the fairest one of all, in all the land, in the kingdom. That's a bit much. And she gets enraged when that bitchy magic mirror cruelly declares, "No, bitch, Snow White is more beautiful than you. Boo-hoo, Boo-hoo. Squish, squish. The vapid, empty-souled queen orders a huntsman to unalive Snow White, but he spares her life. He convinces her to run for her life, go deep into the forest. She finds shelter with the 7 dwarfs in their quaint cottage. She barters, doing housework for room and board. Now the truth behind every fairy tale is here. Finally, a tale of narcissism, where the tarot and the fairy oracles combine, unveil secret teachings this morning, found in the contents of a fairy tale laced with PSAs. But I promise you, you're never going to look at fairy tales the same way again. Now the queen discovers Snow White's hideout. Snow White is still alive, 'cause the mirror ratted her out. The queen makes several attempts to unalive Snow White. Finally, she achieves success with a poison apple. This puts Snow White into an enchanted sleep state. The dwarves are unable to realive her and place her in a jewel-encrusted glass coffin. Well, what you're about to hear, the true story of this particular fairy tale premise, I will tap in, I will speculate about how it mirrors the scourge of narcissism in our world. The scourge of narcissism and bullying, because on my channel, the bullying stops here. Now then, the prince did a Heimlich method on her, and a piece of apple dislodges from her throat chakra to be cleared. This saved her from slowly choking to death. Snow White and the prince marry. Now you hang in there with me. Now this is a time-honored, timeless, channeled message reading. It's an open read, many subjects. There's an awful lot of stuff in here yet. So this story is driven by the queen's envy. She was not merely jealous, she was envious. She envied Snow White. Now remember, this is a timeless reading no matter when you or a loved one who's being bullied that you share my video with, no matter when you click on and view the entire video. In order to cut to the quick, if you watch my entire video, oh please put a blue heart. Blue heart. Nothing will get to the algorithms like a blue heart from me. Do it. Now Snow White represents goodness and kindness and generosity and reciprocation. They're exchanges of energy. Contrast that with the evil queen's wickedness. Her evil intent makes her evil in the flesh. The narrative is told by the magic mirror. Beauty for Snow White was a double-edged sword. Beauty can be a source of value, but the queen was bonkers. Beauty was the cause for too much envy and created toxicity and hardship. Now this channeled message is laced with PSAs, as you can see, warning the viewer. I'm warning you about what your toxic ones are going to try and do to you today, all things considered. Now the queen is a narcissist mother who was relentless, obsessed, and ruthless in her manipulation over a 16-year-old girl, Snow White in this unsanitized version of the story. Her mental state, even though she's not a real person, I'm not a doctor, but if she were, she fits the criteria for an emotional abuse victim. This is for educational and entertainment purposes. It's still a tarot card reading, a The World card reversed. Snow White is classified as having post-traumatic stress disorder. This princess meets all the criteria listed in the DSM-5 to diagnose PTSD. First, she met experience of trauma with the huntsman pulled a knife on her before chickening out. That was kind of a near-death traumatic event. And then she choked on the apple and was in some kind of, I don't know, and then spit it out. That's the second near-death experience. I need likes and subscriptions and comments are crucial to befriend the algorithm. And shares are so very important, collective. Share my content with other people. Don't you be afraid. Don't you be afraid to subscribe to my channel. Now, Sneezy has asthma. We could go through it. I'm not a doctor. The dwarfs represent earth and air and fire and water, light and shadow, and magic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Each one represents a chakra. They are a team. So the chakras are in alignment by the end of the story where we have the happy ending. Some say they represent the 7 sins. Then how come Sneezy, who has asthma? Asthma's not a sin. So in the Brothers Grimm's tale, they're not individualized. They represent kind of a non-constructed abstract concept. They're more like she's having a dream because she swallowed a piece of apple and is just barely alive, and they think she's gone, and she's not. Got it? She was having like a dream about the dwarfs. It's different in the real fairy tale. In Grimm's, they're nothing like Disney's version, giving each one of them a role, and they each became her companion. They weren't her companions in the real fairy tale. They were in her head. Now, the apple represents narcissism, and the queen is in love with her own reflection in the magic mirror. Like Narcissist. Narcissus is the boy that fell in love with his own reflection, is where we get the word narcissism from in Greek mythology. The poison apple symbolizes the temptation of Eve. It is a direct parallel to the biblical forbidden fruit and the fall of man and womankind's innocence. Ignorance of the law is not bliss. The apple represents the queen's wicked, deceitful nature, and that is narcissism on steroids at work in this fairy tale. She disguises the poison with the humble apple's tempting, simple, natural outside appearance to be irresistible, ultimately causing Snow White's death-like sleep. Some of you these I tell you, going to shock you, and others are going to make you question why we love fairy tales in the first place, if they're so nerve-wracking. Now, from a different perspective, the apple represents a virgin princess's female sexuality, and once the prince enters the picture, it means mature desires. There's a popular theory that even fits Disney's animated cartoon if you want to go check it out. I kid you not. I can't make this up. This suggests Snow White died long before eating the poisoned apple, and that the prince is actually the Grim Reaper, wooing her during the I'm wishing for the one I love to find me today. Got it? The prince's kiss is the Grim Reaper's kiss of death, and that is when she is finally sent or released into her afterlife at the end of the Disney cartoon. Before this occurred, she was an earthbound spirit haunting and terrorizing the inhabitants of the Seven Dwarfs' cottage. In this twist of fate, the prince is no savior, but a personification of death. The final scene with the castle, if you watch the Disney's ending, it shows the same ending I'm talking about. And Cinderella, her castle is on the ground, on the earth. They roll into the castle, Prince Charming and Cinderella. And Snow White, her castle is up in the sky with beams of gold, light. That's heaven. That's heaven. And Disney did that. Go check it out. In Disney, the castle is in the feckin' sky, I swear to God. And the prince takes her to a golden castle lit up in the sky. It's not on the earth. A transition for her to get delivered safely into heaven by her prince, because she had such a hard life with that bish queen. The prince's earlier appearance in the Disney animation is crystal clear. The prince is death, so he knows that she is deader than a doornail. And the second she starts singing into a wishing well to have her prince, someday my prince will come, and together we'll dun 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 dun. Yeah, she's saying a prayer because she's an earthbound spirit. To have the prince of death take her to heaven. She's tired of being a phantom or a ghost. Snow White doesn't know that she's dead. Or maybe she does, so he's trying to resonate with her, trying to get her to trust him beforehand. Then the damn mirror knows that Snow White is dead. And still he tortures the wicked queen. Pokes the bear. The mirror is playing devil's advocate. It symbolizes vanity, the fleeting nature of beauty. The mirror reflects the corrosive power of hubris, pride, and jealousy-fueled envy. The mirror is the spirit of narcissism. That vindictive spirit trapped in the mirror acts as an epitome of external validation for the narcissist queen. That spirit in that mirror made the narcissist queen dependent on its predictions. All of that nonsense fueled her obsessive, stinky fear of aging, she was going to have her beauty devalued, fear of losing her status as the fairest in the land and the most beautiful one on earth. The mirror gave an ultimate truth-telling function. It also highlights how true beauty is found within. With true authenticity, self-validates better than a damn fickle mirror. And the queen is focused on superficial appearance. The concept of a narcissist's false self and the evil queen's wholehearted reliance on her magic mirror is a widely used and apt psychological metaphor. The mirror represents the external validation, the idealized self-image, that super ego the narcissist needs to maintain her fragile ego. I'm not a doctor, but it's a fact, a central component of a fictional queen in a fairy tale's false sense of self. That mirror is a source of validation. It was the evil queen's daily consultation with the magic mirror. It symbolizes the obsession with the mirror's affirmation and a queen needing new supply every day, fresh. It's critically essential to her twitchy self-worth. Without it, without supply, she faces underlying feelings of inadequacy and insecurity and envy, and she is trying to avoid those things being scrutinized. Weaponized false self emphasizes how this fabricated persona to be the fairest in the land is the persona used to persecute, manipulate, to control, to devalue Snow White in order to protect the vapid bishes of a queen's false self-image. But when the feckless mirror tells the truth, Snow White is 1,000 times prettier than you. The queen's fragile ego, self-concept is shattered. It led to murderous narcissistic rage, and she went to great lengths to eliminate this perceived threat to restore the queen's grandiose superior image. So Snow White is dead. The mirror is saying Snow White's cadaver is still prettier than you. You mangy, toothless, old drab of an old queen. Yeah, she got stuck that way once she drank that potion to turn old in the Disney. She couldn't turn back. This is beyond the fringe. This highlights the aggressive, insecure, antagonistic self-protection that characterized the evil queen's malignant narcissism. On my channel, we use tarot and fairy oracles that I developed for the purpose of creating free-floating, irrelevant unreality that temporarily crystallizes using fairy tales to portray tarot and narcissism, which is surely being divined during this morning's channeled messages. Plus, I deliberately cause an erosion of typical fairy tales and their grand narratives that everyone knows, all of which I have liberated from some of the moral hypocrisy and bias of less enlightened times. You know, like the 17th century when many of these were written. I have no idea. For me, though, you know what? I'm going to leave it right there. I don't think anything else needs to be said. I do. I'm so happy. You make me so damn happy. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I love you so much. I love you. And I absolutely cannot wait. I get to do it all over again in the next reading. So, let's go. I love you guys. I love you. You promise me you go out there and you have a really great day.